Now, continuing with the trade spat between South Korea and Japan, it may be a case of be careful what you wish for. President Moon Jae-in's chief of staff for policy says the latest export restrictions by Japan may cause enormous short-term damage to South Korea, but will ultimately affect Japanese companies as well. He adds that in the longer run, Tokyo's restrictions will also impact the world economy. Seung-jae reports.
In an interview with local broadcaster JTBC on Thursday, Kim Sang-jo, the presidential chief of staff for policy, said Tokyo's export restrictions on semiconductor and display materials to Seoul will not only affect South Korean companies, but cause a major disruption for their U.S. and European counterparts, as well as Japanese firms. The remarks come amid Seoul's strong response to Tokyo's restrictions, as Kim delivered a message that they could harm the global economy as a whole. Kim used the example of DRAM memory semiconductors, which two Korean companies account for about 70% of the world's production. He added that if the restrictions are prolonged, there would be considerable economic damage spreading far beyond the region. However, Tokyo's latest actions is something he said he expected. Kim said it's no surprise Japan would target products that cannot be produced domestically and are exclusively supplied by Japan. He added Seoul had been preparing since last year, when there were various indications it would come after Seoul's Supreme Court's compensation ruling in favor of South Koreans forced to work by certain Japanese firms during World War II. Japan's Kyodo News Agency reported Thursday that Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe called on South Korea to act in accordance with the international norms of international law, adding the ball is in South Korea's court. Abe's remarks seem to acknowledge that his government's measures came in response to the Supreme Court ruling. Despite Seoul's plans to file a complaint to the World Trade Organization, Abe denies the restrictions violate WTO agreements. Seung-jae, Arirang News.